Good morning, people, and it is a Thursday. If people are wondering where the auction video is, I've delayed it. I probably will put it in tomorrow. Just car boot video was too good not to actually just edit and put it out. And also, I want to keep you up to date with the sales because this week is probably the most important week of sales because I did the 24-hour listing and I want to show you how good this week has been so far. I will actually show you some stats so far. Remember, this is Thursday morning and how much I've made just on eBay. Obviously, I can't show the stats on Vinted, but yeah, we've got a load of more things to show you what's sold. And also, I am starting a new challenge with CEX, CEX, whatever you want to say, however you say it. I am doing a new challenge, which is going to be a monthly challenge, but I'll explain a bit about that later when I'm out and about. Before we start, somebody mentioned in the video yesterday and commented, they're two different gloves. I actually didn't even look. Yeah, two completely different gloves. So they are absolutely useless. Oh well, £1.50 down the drain, but luckily the Go for Broke board game will make up for that. I should get around about £10 to £15 for that if it's complete. But we've got a lot of sales, more on eBay than actual Vinted again. So eBay is now starting to perform. I did say it might take a few days to get the algorithm going. Since I did that 24-hour, I have had non-stop sale after sale after sale. So we're going to go through Vinted first because there isn't as many. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 orders. And the first one for £11 are these GHD straighteners. The label has came off, so I can't actually say what model it is. So I couldn't really put them at a certain price that I wanted to. I don't know how much I picked these up for. I think I picked them up for a couple of quid at a car boot ages ago, and they sold for 11 quid. I have sold one of the ties, not the expensive one, but the Paul Smith one. Someone gave me an offer for £11. Remember, I paid £2 for 2 ties. One was this one, which was Paul Smith. Probably max, you could get 20 to 25 quid. I'm going to take 11 quid because I only paid £1. I'm a subscriber. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, I've only just got around to doing it, but it will be going out today. He picked up this Columbia fleece. He wanted to know if it would fit him. I put it on a live, and he said, well, I've got a bit of a, and I went, Paul, so have I. If it fits me, it should fit you because it was really baggy on me and it's an XL. So yeah, it should fit you. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, obviously send it back, but I think it will, and it is in really nice condition. And then we sold a Bear Factory. Yeah, Bear Factory, not Build-A-Bear. There's a difference because Bear Factory is what Build-A-Bear was. And it's a lovely little tiger. This sold for £8, probably paid a quid. 50p, something like that for it. And then finally, from a camera I picked up from a video, which was my secret car boot video, I picked up a Canon camera. The camera's worth probably about 20 to 30 quid. It's not very good, but it had a spare lens, and the lens is worth more than the camera. Picked up the camera for £10, I think, yeah, £10, and this was worth about 30 to 40 quid. Somebody messaged saying, I'm not an expert at cameras, do you think it'll fit my camera? And then I Googled her camera and said what it can fit to, and they're compatible with everything, So, yeah, that went for £26, and I paid £10 for the whole lot. So that is it on Vinted. Motoring through because, like I said, I've got a new challenge which I'm going to be doing monthly. So at the end of every month, I'm going to be trading stuff in to CEX and getting an install voucher because I want to see what I can raise and then what I can buy eventually whenever I get enough money, all from picking up things from the charity shop. I'm mainly going to go for games because I know that's the easiest thing. If there's something else that's not worth much, but they actually buy, I will trade that in as well. With this, I'm not doing it where it's going to be high expensive games. So if I do find a high expensive game, that will be going on eBay. This is ones where maybe they sell the games for 50p each and I can get like £3 store credit because it's pretty much worthless putting it on eBay and Vinted. So building it up, trying to get as much money as possible, and then buying something. I do want a new camera. I want a DJI. See if I can get the funds for that. I probably will already buy one before I get the funds. Obviously, save it all up, and then when I see something I actually like, buy it. Don't know how long it's going to take. It's going to be a monthly series, you know, so every month I'm going to obviously show you how much I'm going to be trading. So that'll be a special video, and then see how much I actually get for trading. But obviously when I go around charity shops and stuff like car boots, I will be looking for stuff, and then I'll be saying, well, that's going to CEX, you know. And then, you know, at the end of the month, I'm going to have a big bag, hand it in, see how much I get on store credit, and then obviously that'll add to the total. But that's what I'm going to do in a minute. But we've got to go through eBay, and wow, I will show you the graph in a minute on my laptop, because I'm selling over £100 a day, and I think that is just eBay as well. This is not even Vinted added on top of that. I've got 8 orders going out on eBay, totaling up to £233.48p. If you're struggling to sell or you're not making many sales, I'm not saying do the 24-hour, but maybe do something very similar, because it has absolutely gone crazy. eBay has blown up for me, and Vinted is actually doing well as well. So I'm just getting sales every day. I mean, I'm averaging 6 to 8 sales pretty much every day, and we're going to go through what I've sold today, yesterday, and I've sold 2 things this morning. So I'm going to go through them first. The first one is 4 inches.
Give your meat a good old rub. Yeah, boy.
Glasses. I picked these up yesterday and I listed them last night. It's the only thing I listed. I listed all the glasses, $14.99 for them. And also this morning, something that if you have been watching my channel for a long time, I love a number 7 mirror, especially this one because it's the light up one with the 2-sided mirror. And I pick these up all the time because I know I can get between 20 and 25 quid. I picked that up for a couple of quid and I sold it for $19.99. For £20, I have sold these Grenson Brogue brown shoes. Picked them up from the Secret car boot ages ago. So yeah, I picked them up and I just had a punt thinking, I think that's a good make. I'm sure that's a good make. They are a bit tired. The heels and that are all right, but yeah, they just need a polish and all that lot. The actual customer said, I actually think these are too wide for me, so I'm going to buy some insoles to make them fit me. Next is a football top for £20, an Aston Villa top. This is from 2016-17 season. I picked it up for a few quid, probably 4 quid. That's how much these seem to go for. And yeah, I sold it for 20 quid. Really nice sold now, and it's this, and I think I might have undercharged. I put this on knowing that there was hardly no solds of it at all. There's actually no solds. There's one on sale, and it's in America somewhere for $63 or something. And I was thinking, wow, I think that's the one I saw before, you know, and it's still there. So it's not selling. I picked this up for £2 and I've just sold it for £30 and it's going to Italy. Yes. I think I might have undercharged on that, but I don't care. I paid £2. It's a little micro machines thing where the big car opens up and then you've got like a plastic pull thing where the little micro machine goes around like a raceway. Pretty cool, to be fair. It's modern, it's not an older one. The next one is these 3 Turtles vehicles, well, motorbikes. They absolutely owe me nothing. I sold a massive bundle of Turtles ages ago with the sewer and all that. I think I got like about 90 quid for it, something crazy like that. Picked it up from a jumble trail, 3 big massive sacks of turtle stuff, and I went through it all, found out there was a sewer in there, loads of turtles, different years and all that lot, Splinter, Rockstead and Bebob, yeah, Splinter, 2 trucks. I put all them together, sold it for 90, and then I had them left. I sold them for 10 at 25, so it's pure profit. Out of everything I pick up, I love a bundle because you just make so much money. If you can sell one item in there for what the bundle cost, you know everything else is free. So when you do look around to buy stuff, look at the bundles. Right then, something from a bundle, and this owes me nothing as well. Picked up all that littlest pet shop stuff. I haven't sold the big ones yet. I might actually reduce them, knock off 30 quid off each one and see what happens, and then give them a couple of weeks, and then if they're still not selling, I'm going to put them on auction because they absolutely owe me nothing now. Like this. And this is Sega Zubus or Zubies or whatever they're called. Got 2 little figures, like little balls, and they pop out to a figure. Yeah, sold it for 7 quid, owes me nothing. And then finally, my first sale of the see-through phones. This is a Radio Shack one. I paid £20 for 5, so I got one free. So they owe me, what, £4 each. I've sold this one for $24.99. So this is paid for the whole bundle. So when I do sell another one, it's going to be pure profit. But that is it. I'm just going to show you now my graph of sales because I haven't actually looked at it myself. So we're going to look at it for the first time together. You've got to really think 3 proper days because this is Thursday, and as you can see, it is just coming up to 10 o'clock. So, like I said, I'm making over £100 a day. I'm actually over £100 a day. £397. So it just shows you that what I did was a good idea. And remember, that's just eBay. I wish Vinted did charts like that because then I could show you that way. But I'm just selling every day. When I started reselling, my goal was to make more money than I was doing in my old job and to try and make about £100 a day in sales. That's £700 in sales. Obviously, when you take off all the fees and all that lot, you're probably going to get around about 500, 550, depending on how much the actual products cost to buy. So having that a week is more than what I was earning when I was doing my other job. I'm fine by that because I was working 40 hours doing that. I don't even work half that. I probably, if you really want to know how many hours I do work, I probably only work about 20. So we're now going to go out to the local charity shops. I'm only going to go to the local area where the Morrison's is because I need to get some more cans. I think we only bought them 2 days ago, and obviously me and my son are just going through. Just had to stop off at the supplier to get some more bubble wrap because I've been so busy. Also I got this for 3 quid. And a big bag there, 300 poly bags for 12 quid, absolute bag. And she gave me a little roll of big bubbles for free because I want to test it out, see if it's worth paying double for that because it gives more cushion and I might not have to use as much of that because I'm crazy when it comes to bubble wrap. I will wrap it about 20 million times for something that's probably worth 12 quid. So I'm going to test out that mainly for like breakable stuff, but we'll see how it goes. First pickup of the day is this strong old game. Paid £3 for it, looking around about 20 quid. Brand new, these go for about 60 quid. What a banger. What a shoes. Another absolute banger. Guinness Cotton Traders rugby top. 5 quid. If that doesn't get 25 quid, I'll be very, very shocked. So not much else. I did pick up a Game of Life for £1 from another charity shop, but it was absolutely rammed in there. I think they're doing a restock. Loads of people in there, loads of bags of clothing, just people rifling through them. So I was like, yeah, I'm not filming there for £1. But yeah, this is nothing to do with CEX, is it? I can't trade any of this in, but I'm gonna make some money off that one, definitely. Lovely couple of pickups there. An animal coat and a Berghaus Gore-Tex windbreaker. Should be getting 25 quid each. That's probably the best game, but you only get £1 10p trading. Nothing in there. Why do air ambulances always smell like proper, like second-hand shops? That old, musty, horrible smell. We're just going to go into cash and girders. You never know. Might get a camera. Got some nice cameras in here, but 250 quid. Typical British Heart Foundation prices. A few games here. Doesn't get much. Gets £3. Gets £3 trading, so not worth it. Probably wondering what that last clip was. Well, you obviously know what it is if you're a certain age, because there's not many of them around anymore. That little sweet shop, pick a mix stall, has been on that market since I was a kid. Probably been there before I was there, and it's one of the only shops that I know that is still around, because there's nothing else like it. The days when you could go to Woolworths and get pick a mix. I miss Woolworths pick a mix. They were really good. But I've got a bag for my son, and I've got a bag for me. These, I don't know if you know what these are, but I call them coconut mushrooms. These are one of my favourite, like, pick a mix things. They are absolutely, beautiful. Anyway, the last charity shop was in that market. Is there like a cats prevention charity shop, and they had the best games out of all the charity shops I've been around about 7 or 8 charity shops today. It's not that easy trying to get stuff to sell to CEX, because they don't give much anyway, you know, so you need to pick up games for like 50p, £1, and hope it's a good one. It's going to be a long process. That's why I'm doing it monthly. Every month I'll get whatever I pick up and then take it to CEX. I'm doing this to try and show you how to maybe pick up something that you maybe can't afford because they're so expensive. So, for instance, like a PlayStation 5, you know, they're around about 400 quid, 350, 400 quid. But if I can go around car boots, charity shops, picking up games here and there for 50p, maybe spend total of 50 quid on games and get install vouchers of maybe 500 quid. I've bought a PlayStation 5 for 50 quid, and there's nowhere you can do that. So it's one of them things that it's going to take a bit of time, but eventually it might actually be worth it. But guys, I'm now at Morrison's. I'm going to go and get the cans because it's absolutely boiling. It's not even nice. It's muggy. I hate English weather. You know, bring on the winter when it's nice and cold, because our summers are not even nice. We don't get some. We just get cloudy, hot, humid weather. Anyway, if you're still watching this, type in pick a mix, then I know you are a OG loyal follower, and I will see you again tomorrow. Promise it will be what I picked up from the auction.